Well, my name is Ana Rodriguez. I am a creative operations director, a community advocate. I specialize in autism awareness, substance abuse, suicide prevention, and of course, mental health. My background is in criminal justice forensic psychology. I have over 15 years. I am a professional model for 5. I'm also an esthetician. I am also the current New York Fashion Week sponsor coordinator director for Infinite Exposure Show, and a mother of 2 beautiful children.
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Jennifer Lynn. I am a high school teacher, special education, but my passion is writing. I recently published a book on Amazon.
All right.
It's a book about like grief and love, and kind of that's where my mindset was because I was going through it, and after I kind of gone through like this healing journey, I realized like I wish I had something that kind of grounded me as I was going through it, and that's where the idea came from.
Woo. Yeah. All right.
Hello everyone, Black Rose over here, and a lot of people consider me a Renaissance woman because I do so many things. I don't let myself get boxed in. So stand-up comedy, acting, music, and a lot of advocacy for a lot of things in our community. Cannabis, our children, our elders, things like that. I've been taking care of my mom for 20 years, and I am a nana. I'm a whole nana, y'all.
Yeah.
Get in the little one.
Hello everyone, so my name is Gabi the artist, and my art is right back here if you look back there. So I am an artist, a singer-songwriter, guitarist, and an artivist, which is an activist that uses their art to make a difference, and I also work with children with special needs. And yeah, so I just love doing what I do. I'm also an NAACP Julian Bond Community Service recipient. And I'm a Make Music Day champion, so yeah, and I'm really happy to be here. I'm from Montclair, New Jersey, so Afro-Boricua in the house, okay? Yes, thank you so much.
Those are all beautiful paths that y'all have chosen to take. I love that for y'all. So all these questions that I have, I want you guys to answer in however format that it matters to you, whatever journey you guys are taking, just answer it from that level. So the first question is, what was the moment you knew you wanted to fully pursue your craft, and at what point in that journey did you know you were fully capable of making it in that industry?
Lovely question. Well, like I mentioned, I'm a mother of 2. One of those children, she has autism. She's 6 now, so that's when I took the role 6 years ago. For mental health, it plays a part because that's mental health carried on me. Substance abuse, it happened with my brother and sister. My sister passed away. After my sister passed away, my brother took that role, so I took that very, very serious, It's a lot, because it bothers me. I was here yesterday talking about it, almost cried. Wow. It was hard, but again, you just have to be strong. You just have to do what you have to do. And again, we could use our platform to speak of, that's the best thing we could do. And again, and nothing is possible without God. God is everything, so, so God carried me with a lot of things. And again, that goes back to suicide, because when my sister passed away, I wanted to kill myself. No one was there for me. I was in Puerto Rico in a hotel room by myself. I went to CVS, I bought a blade, and I literally almost killed myself. The reason I almost did that, was because my sister, when she passed away, I couldn't make it to the Dominican Republic to see her funeral. So I had to see it through FaceTime. And when I seen her go in that box, my heart it was a lot. And one person calmed me down through the phone, and ever since that, 5 years ago, and again with Chloe 6 years ago, everything just, a domino effect, and everything just played a part. And I just took it upon myself to help others, because again, you don't know what the next person is going through. We could be smiling, but we could be going through a lot. And I take it as a testimony, so my testimony can help someone else. So yeah, that's why I do that.
Thank you for your vulnerability. I really appreciate that.
Kind of similar to your story as well. So I lost my mom in 2017, and during that time, I got into a relationship I didn't recognize how losing my mom affected that relationship so much, because I kind of felt like I was just on autopilot, like I was just going, and everything seemed cool on the outside, but then like internally I knew something was wrong, but I couldn't put a name to it. I couldn't figure it out on my own. So it was just kind of like going through that process, and that was a very traumatic process in that relationship. And the last couple of years, like I finally got out of it, and after that point, it was like, okay, I'm out of that, but I know what, like I'm broken. Like I knew I was broken at that point, and I was like, all I have right at this point is my faith and my motivation to get better and kind of to strive to do more than what I was doing in that moment. So kind of just going through that process, and like I said, kind of very similar, I was at my very, very lowest, and something just kind of like snapped in me. And like after that relationship, I was like, that is a side that I never want to kind of see again. And so it kind of just changed my mindset, kind of got back into church, kind of my health was really bad. I was losing weight, and then kind of just like, again, as I got towards the end, like I said, I'm still healing. I feel like grief is never I'm healed, I'm ready to go. Yeah. It's a constant, like I have good days, I have bad days, I have days where I'm in the middle. But I just, like I said, when I was writing that book, I knew like, I wish I had somebody to talk me through certain things that I couldn't name myself. I wish I had somebody who could, or something to just give me some type of like, you're not crazy, like you're not going through this alone. And so when I started writing the book, it kind of was just that. It wasn't like, I didn't even know what I was writing in that moment. I was just like, I'm doing something, I'm letting it all out. And then it came into this kind of idea of like, make it more of a self-help where I'm going on a journey, but the person who's reading it is also going on a journey as well. And they have space to write, they have space to get their thoughts out as well. And kind of, that's where I'm at.
Yes.
Both of you guys. I've been always someone interested in the arts. Like I said, I don't like people actually boxing me in. And I feel like through creativity, not only am I able to heal myself, I could heal other people. Especially with stand-up comedy. I've been doing stand-up now 7 years. But before, people were like, oh, she's just a skit girl. You know, like, but even through those skits and sketches, we were like kind of making fun of things that might break our hearts, like in real life. So through comedy and stand-up, I never even thought I would ever be a comedian. It just kind of just happened. Like, I just like to create, you know, friends were like, you need to get on stage. And as I'm going through the process of learning how and who I want to be when I'm on this stage without putting on a show, like a puppet, you know, like I want to be myself. And I kept watching different comics kind of say very similar stories. I'm like, yeah, but how can we teach? And all I could talk about is my real life, which is, I take care of my mom. I'm from a Dominican background, but I was born here in New York, so I'm very hip hop, you know, like explaining those ups and downs and what it is to take care of your mom and be a single mom. And to be honest, I love it, and it just keeps growing from there. And I've gotten opportunities to then do a Spanish TV show. So here I'm tapping into my Latin community, my Dominicans that I didn't back in the days feel very connected to, because I was like, I don't listen to bachata all day like that, you know? I'm listening to like Hot 97. You know, like, why is Sábado Gigante 3-4 hours? Like, but then I ended up in an old Spanish show, and I got put to the test to speak in all Spanish, you know? And it's very fulfilling to me and to the people I get to interview, or the people that I get to make laugh and forget for a minute that, they might be going through something. So yeah, that's definitely my passion for sure.
Yay.
So I've been doing art pretty much since I could pick up a crayon. My mom still has a picture from when I was 2 years old, and I just couldn't stop drawing when I was a kid, and it was my way. I was very quiet, I was very shy, and it was like my way to express my emotions when I didn't really have a lot to say. And so when I got older, I picked up the guitar, and I decided, I was going through my teenage angst. I think most of us have had that stage, But I picked up my guitar, and I was like, you know what? I want to learn guitar. And I just decided, I'm going to do it. And so I'm self-taught, so I took lessons later on in life, but I'm very much self-taught, and so learning that way, I'm able to see and hear music in a different way, and so I'm able to express it differently. And so, yeah, as far as me getting serious with it, I have been doing it for a very long time, but I can relate to you ladies a lot when it comes to grief, because when I lost my father in 2018, I lost him to cancer. After that, I felt like my music really just, I had no feeling in it. There was no type of emotion in it. I felt like I was just trying to get through the days. And then one day, I prayed. Like I pushed away from God at that time. And then one day I just couldn't take it anymore and I just cried. I just cried and cried and cried. And then I prayed to God for the first time in a long while. I was like, God, change my heart. And that prayer right there, ever since, like I've been a different person. And my music from then just became so powerful because I'm expressing my journey I've expressed my journey with him. And I've been able to really just see the world in a different way and care about things beyond myself and to see people and to try to use my art to bring unity and liberation as I'm finding it, because grief is unpredictable. And it's like we have our waves, right? So it's really about learning how to like coast on the waves and just, if it gets bad, you know, we can express ourselves for ourselves. Like as artists, we have to be able to let our freedom out, and that's what we need. So yeah, thank you guys.
Woo!
Oh, got it.
So just to, relate to all of you guys, especially you more so, I did lose my uncle to suicide as well. He didn't really talk much about his problems, but it forced me to like come out and be, I wouldn't be doing this panel if he was still alive. I'd still be a quiet person, so it forced me to come out and be more open and talk to people and understand what they're going through as well. So thank you all for sharing that part. The vulnerability is really what's important. And I always say to people that share your story because you never know who needs to hear it. Doesn't matter how old your song is, your joke, or whatever it is that you guys are sharing. It doesn't matter how old or timeless. It's timeless, sorry, but it doesn't matter how old it is. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely timeless, and people will relate to it. So, thank you, ladies, for doing that. To segue into the next question with that is, was it easy or difficult for you to gain support as you grew into the respective roles?
Well, I could say for me, I'm super blessed to have like my family and my community have always been really, really supportive. Like no matter where, like I've been doing this for a long time and I still have people that have been rocking with me throughout the whole time. From when I could barely play the guitar, like I sounded a mess, and so they still are rocking with me. So, that's the biggest thing. As far as like getting like the global support or whatever, like if God blesses me with that, I'm grateful for it, but I really am grateful and thankful for my community and my family and my people and God above all else.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes.
This is a funny question. My mom had me when she was 40, right? Yeah, that lady was bugging out. She was bugging out. She was in the Dominican Republic at 38 talking about, I want a daughter from New York. So she got taking me out of my misery. So being her home attendant now officially, like really taking care of her, it's like, I know that she cares and supports. However, if she's hanging out in the house by herself for a while, or I'm out and about in the nightlife, going from stage to stage, or I'm meeting a friend to do a quick song because, I do so much, she'll be like, it gets her frustrated. So learning how to navigate and having to explain to my mom was so funny. I'm 45 and I still gotta explain to her Mommy, I'm making some money right now, I'm trying, so support from the community, always, I appreciate it. What I tell people is don't expect your closest friends at times to support you or your closest family to support you. They're not gonna get it, unfortunately. And it's okay if they don't get it because God didn't give them the dream. It's your job to fight through that. It's your job to show yourself that in the universe that you are deserving of this, and you're gonna go through hurdles. It's gonna be some moments you're gonna have arguments with people, you might not be able to make it to certain events, a baby shower or something because I'm booked for something, I never know what opportunity is there before I hit the stage, just even networking. So Overall, I know God and the universe supports, and a lot of my uptown community going around, people sometimes recognize me. I don't even know how to react to that yet, because I'm like, get okay, you know, like, it was good, thank you, Ashe. But it's a beautiful journey, above all.
Yeah.
I would say when I was going through the journey, there was support there, but I feel like also internally, sometimes I felt like I didn't deserve the support. So it was like I wasn't accepting of the support. And then also, people were trying to support, but I don't think they knew how, and it wasn't the support I was looking for or needed in that moment. And then again, going through the journey, I realized, okay, people are in their way trying to support, but they don't understand the situation. And you can't be reactive to the fact that they're supporting in how they see it. And then when I started going through like the book writing, honestly, even when I published it, I was terrified to post it because I'm a very like shy, kind of introverted person. So kind of just putting that out there was scary as hell for me. And once I did post it though, to this day, I'm shocked at the support that I did get from my community. And it wasn't saying like I expected less of them, but I just, again, it's internal battle sometimes. You're like, are they really supporting me? Like, are people actually saying like, oh, they're proud of me or they like the book, X, Y, Z? So I think the support was there. I just needed to heal myself to kind of understand the support and like, actually accept it.
So for me, I did not have any support. I had to try to find it myself, and like I said, I really turned into God. I just used to journal a lot, pray a lot, talk to myself. I say that when you talk to yourself, that means you're healthy, you know? I make it an inside joke, but I feel, I'll be like in the car, like, oh my God, this makes sense. People look at me like I'm crazy, but it makes sense to me, and I feel better when I do that. When I say no support, I mean like no support. Even coming from my own mother, in 2016, I had a car accident. I had to get spinal surgery and hip surgery. So I had to like semi-relearn how to walk. I was in a wheelchair, crutches, all of that not fun stuff. My mom never visited me, not even once, and she was close to me, and that was sad. But if it was to someone else with her friend, she'll be running over there, but that's family for you. I recently, literally in July, I'm about to have a year, I left a very toxic relationship of 16 years. So
Good for you.
Thank you.
Woo! Woo!
Thank you. I moved upstate in July. I was 110 pounds. I was super depressed. I was everything and anything you could think of. And over there doing the transitions, I finally gained weight. I found myself again, So every day I just try to help others as much as I can again. And now I'll say during the last year, I did gain a community within my model community, So I decided to become a model and esthetician and during COVID, during the pandemic. So I always wanted to do runway, but before I was like, I don't look like it, I don't, whatever. But after I did like all my healing, eternity, physical therapy and whatever, I said, why not? Then today, I killed the runway for sure.
Yeah. Yes.
So it's crazy that you guys are like, all of you are like saying things that segue into the next question. I love it. Like, I'm proud to be a part of this panel. So to move into the next question is, if you repeat the answer, it's okay, but if you have something deeper to share, go for it. Was there ever a moment where you faced an obstacle or level of rejection that made you doubt yourself or consider giving up?
Oh, wow. Well, when that happened, the car accident, I wanted to give up on a lot of things, actually. 2016, let me see, my son, Aiden, he was 3 years old, so I couldn't give up. So, I had him, I was doing the wheelchair, and he'd sit down on my lap. It was just crazy, but
Right, check.
there you go.
All right.
Almost, you see? Technical difficulties, guys. Wait, repeat the question one more time, because I have Dory brain, I forget that.
Was there ever a moment when you faced an obstacle or level of rejection that made you doubt yourself or consider giving up?
Okay, so back to that. Yeah, like I said, yes and no. It was hard, but I feel like if I gave up, then I'll give up on my son, and then who was gonna take care of him, you know? So I just had to be strong for both of us and just continue. And that's that.
Woo!
I'm so proud of you.
Aw.
10 years later.
I know.
Yeah, so similar, I was in a very toxic relationship for about 7 years, and even when I was going through it, like, it was constantly kind of like belittling the situation, like, oh, nobody, it's been there, done there, the book is not, you know, like, there's so many books like that already, there's no point in it. So just kind of like, even after I left the relationship, those comments kind of stayed in my brain. So it's like, even when I was going through it, I still was questioning myself and second guessing, like, is it really even worth it? Like, is this something that I really should try to go into? But then again, I just kind of like grounded myself in like my faith in God and just knowing my story and just knowing that, again, even if the book doesn't do well, if it gets to 1 or 2 people who it helps, then that's what my goal was for. So it was never to, oh, I wanted to be this big popular author and I want all of this fame. No, I did it because I genuinely just wanted somebody, at least one person, to get that book and be like, wow, this is what I needed. Because I wish I had it when I was going through it. So it's just constantly, again, hearing those words, but just knowing that, you know what, that was a situation, that was someone who saw me at my lowest and kind of like took advantage of me at my lowest, and knowing that that's not my story. His words are not my story. So just yeah.
Yes. Woo!
Talk about it. You know, I'll start with, I'm never stopping. So I don't know what obstacles think they're gonna pull up on me.
That's what I was thinking.
I'm a 4 9 times, get up 10.
Yeah.
There's, you know, I can go from just like the business world. Stand-up is a very male-dominated industry. And then the women, we get very small opportunities, so that could become very competitive. And I have been in rooms where people in those rooms will try to create such a big, I think friendly competition is good, but when you're trying to make it seem like you're funnier than someone or more popping for whatever reason, like that type of arrogance in a certain room, I'm an empath, so I feel those things a lot. So environments like that throw me off my game. But I'm not gonna stop, I just know how to pull myself away from it. And you know, and I don't care, I don't have FOMO. I will stay the ass home. You know, like, I am creative when I'm home by myself. So those moments that I'm feeling like that, I'm like, why am I in a room that's not watering me? It's my job to get myself out of this room. Just like I've been in relationships that have not worked out. You know, people try to, you know, use you for certain things, or they'll play a great role for a whole month. I had this guy that I was feeling so sorry for. He was sleeping in his car, and I'm like, oh my God, you're man, he's so talented, you know, he just needs help. A month later, this guy turned into like the devil. You know, like, it was crazy, it was a flip. I was like, oh, I got a schizo. Like, it really was. But I knew not to want to fight this person, even though I fought before. I did the Golden Gloves, I could fight, but I'm not dumb. Yeah. I gave him sage. I taught him how to light up sage. Got him the fuck out of there. It worked out. You know, my son ended up helping me. My son heard a commotion one day, the one and only time he tried to like put his hands on me, because I was just like, nah, bro, you gotta go. You ain't about to disrespect me in my house. You know, like,
Period.
this was not happening. You know, I already had a report. You know, I'm smart. I was like, I played that shit off cool. I was like, oh, you wanna get some butt? Ah, yeah, like this sage too. And cops pulled up to my house because my son called. And, you know, so yeah, there's obstacles, but just never give up. I'm never giving up, ever.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say, I feel like, because like the music I make, I feel like it's very like genre fluid. So it's kind of like, it's like a double-edged sword, right? Because in many spaces, I have been rejected. But like you said, we ain't never giving up, ain't never giving up. But I think being rejected so often, it's kind of like, it's just a stepping stone, because it ain't gonna stop me, It's just a stepping stone. So yeah, I would say the time that I was close to giving up, if I could think about it, was really, I'm going back into my grief. Like when my father passed, it just felt like my mother and father were my balance, and are, okay? But yeah, losing my father, it's just something that is hard to even put into words, but I feel like during that time, during figuring that out, I lost so much, and I was just trying to really figure out how to live, and yeah, this goes back to, me giving it to God in these moments and remembering I'm not alone, I have my family, and I'm gonna just keep going, and all of that, even as devastating as it still is, I know that God has a plan, and even through that, He has refined me through that plan in a way where I'm able to connect with others who have hurt in that type of deep level, and I'm able to share some light even when it feels really, really dark. So we ain't never giving up, period.
Yeah.
It gets hard. Like I said, it comes in waves, right?
Yeah.
We have good times, bad times, but we can't ever give up. So yeah.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I relate to not having FOMO, by the way, because that's the worst thing you could ever have. You need to be there. You don't, especially if it don't feel right. So we got one more question. Let me pick a good one. Okay, you know what? I think we'll end it with the last question that I have on the list. Are there any words of support or encouragement that you wish to share with the younger generation that may be looking up to you personally, or anyone following this career path in particular?
Yeah, I would say, honestly, I feel like we're all artists in our own way. We all are creators. We all are able to express in different ways, Don't let yourself, don't get in your own way. Express how you express freely. Be who you are. Don't let this world change you, because who you are is exactly who you should be. You are blessed and you are talented, and there's nothing you can't do. So keep creating, even if you feel like, oh, this is strange. Try it out. Express. The world is your canvas. Get inspiration from those around you. Get inspiration from nature. Get inspiration from yourself. Find yourself through it. Just be you, authentically. Yeah.
All that.
Yes.
Dig deep inside. I feel like sometimes people might overthink that they don't have the tools that they need, but you actually do. The tools are inside. Your creation is gonna come deep from within you. So stop fearing yourself.
Yes.
Don't ever care about other people's opinions. Once again, the gift was given to you, not to them. And you will find your tribe. Your energy, your frequency will pull you towards the people that need to see you, or that you need to touch as well. Meditation, a lot of that, and everybody meditates their own way. Find what's your type of meditation. If it's twerking, go ahead, sis. Shake them hips. If you need to do some yoga, do that. If it's painting, do that. If it's writing music, do that. If it's sitting in silence with your best friend, do that. Put yourself first, take care of your health, take care of your family, take care of the earth.
Amen. 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 Yes. Take care of the earth.
I would say, because like I said in the beginning, I am a high school teacher, so I'm constantly seeing kids, and what I tell them all the time is just, in the moment, feel it, and be in it. Don't try to avoid it, don't try to run from it. Feel it, and then I just also constantly feel like I have to remind them that your story is important. No matter what, don't feel like, oh, it's not that big of a deal, or your story is important. And I tell my kids all the time, share your story, however you want to do it.
just the other day, a couple of my kids was like, we went to the studio, and the song, interesting song, not my cup of tea, but they were in there expressing how they felt and like their day-to-day lives. And so who am I to say, you know, like, no. I was like, okay, yeah, this is good. And, you know, deep down, I was like, whoa.
They were like, my teachers,
I'm like, okay, but so I was like, yeah, no, this is good. But it's just share your story, because your story is important. Don't ever feel like you can't. Don't feel like it's not good enough. Share it, because there's at least one person that's walking this earth that's going to hear your story, read your story, whatever the case is, and resonate with it. So,
Yes.
yeah.
Woo! Yeah.
Right. What I'll say is, time is everything we have and don't. Make sure whatever you do it with love, with passion, and overall with God. Again, without God, there's nothing, okay? To these beautiful kids right here, you have your mom next to you, right? Make sure you guys listen to her, because whatever she tells you is from the heart, and she means good, okay?
Yes.
Don't listen to the outside noise at all. Always listen to your mom, okay? And she really loves you.
The way he just looked at her, she always tells me to clean my room.
Clean your room for a good cause. Don't worry about it. It's just responsibilities. When you get older, you understand.
Yes, you
Yep.
definitely will. My uncle, so I have to tell them all the time, you know. But thank you, ladies, for sharing your stories. I really enjoyed being a part of it.
Yeah.
Introduce yourselves, let them know what you guys do, and if you want them to follow you, let them know where they can find you at.
Perfect. Okay, so again, my name is Annabelle Rodriguez. You could find me on Instagram, arod_simply me. So that's AROD, like Alex Rodriguez, _ simply me.
It's me with a 3.
Yes, right, again, for the third day. Yeah, my name is Jennifer Lynn again. My Instagram is Jenny Lynn, JENNYYLYNN. And then 3 underscores. There's a lot of Jennifer Lynns in this world. So I had to get very creative. Also, my book is called The Space Between Grief and Love. So if you or anybody wants to, if you want to share it with somebody, it's on Amazon.
Say it again. Can you say it again?
Definitely get
The
a
Space
copy.
Between Grief and Love. Yeah, and then it's about Jennifer Lynn. Yeah.
You guys could find me on IG, mostly, I am Black Rose NYC, spelled just like that. I'm the producer of Say Something Comedy over at La Bodega in the Bronx, so I invite you guys to pull up, enjoy a comedy show. And what else? I just dropped a song, it's called Como la Salsa, all in Spanish, a little spicy. Como la Salsa, you know, featuring I Am Black Rose.
Yes. Woo!
All right, and I'm Gabi the artist. You can find me on IG, Facebook, YouTube, Gabi the artist, GABI the artist. And yeah, I'm doing a lot of activism out in the streets. So free Palestine, free Congo, free Sudan, abolish ICE.
Yeah.
And shout out to my friend Ahmed from Gaza. Shout out to him. And yeah, we just gotta stand up for humanity and remember our shared humanity and oneness. So thank you so much.
Woo!
If you guys would like to see me outside of my panelist vibes, again, I have different levels to myself. You can find me on any platform simply by typing in MC Reef or I am MCREEF. Appreciate y'all.
All right.
One more time, y'all. Give it up for our main